Okay, just this once. Well, if I'm going to explain my 300 hours of Tetrio gameplay over the last 9 months to you, we're going to need a little context. Competitive Tetris is something I've been familiar with for quite some time now, and over the last 5 years or so, I've watched things from NES Tetris tournaments to that A Bored God Plays Tetris YouTube video from 2008. You know the one. It goes without saying that Tetris is one of the most popular games out there, with countless spin-offs and the slow adoption of more modern mechanics over the years. Up until recently, I've been a casual Tetris player, so I enjoyed playing the game but never really put enough time into it to substantially learn or improve. I started by playing games like Tetris Friends, HTML Tetris, and pretty much any other version that wasn't blocked on my middle school's firewall. That was back around 2013. From about 2014 to 2018, many other non-Tetris games took my interest. You know, Minecraft, Overwatch, Getting Over It, Mario Kart Wii. The real Aurora XD fans know. In 2019, during my freshman year in college, I was reintroduced to Tetris one way or another and stumbled upon JSTris, which was the first time I started putting a lot more time into a Tetris game. For those who aren't aware, JSTris was an online version of Tetris that could be played in your browser, where you could race for a better 40-line time, play custom maps that players upload, and my personal favorite, the Battle Royale game mode. I was also reintroduced to Tetris Friends, which I played from time to time against friends on Discord until it shut down in May 2019. Considering Tetris 99 was released in February of the same year, JSTris was essentially just a free version of the game that you didn't have to own a Switch to play. Although if I owned the Switch around 2019, I would probably have hundreds of hours on Tetris 99. This was my first experience playing Tetris competitively against other people, and I started to get hooked, further improving my skill in the game. Jump to August 2020. We're 5 months into quarantine, and the circumstances pretty much forced me to get back into Tetris. At the time, me and some of my friends on Discord decided to have a Tetris tournament. We could have used JSTris for the tournament, but there was another upcoming Tetris game that caught our eye instead. Enter the Tetrio era. Tetrio was the game that changed my entire perspective of competitive Tetris. Keep in mind that prior to being introduced to Tetrio, most of the Tetris-related gameplay I'd seen was NES Tetris tournaments, where the speed that you can place blocks is fairly limited. In Tetrio, you not only have the modern hard drop feature where hitting the spacebar will instantly drop the active block you have on your board, but you can also greatly increase the speed that the pieces move from left to right, as well as a few other parameters. This unlocked the potential for skilled players to hit speeds of 4, 5, and even 6 pieces per second. Just to put that in perspective, here's a few seconds of the current world record for 40 lines cleared in Tetrio. Yeah, even now I question if that wasn't just a cyborg playing behind a keyboard. Needless to say, the ceiling for skill in Tetrio was far higher than I would have thought, and after a few more months of playing competitively with Discord friends, I decided to start playing ranked. On February 23rd, 2021, I started playing Tetra League, which is Tetrio's version of ranked and competitive Tetris. Just a quick side note, now I know that I said at the beginning of this video that I had 300 hours in competitive Tetris, and although my Tetrio account sits at 277 hours, the other 23 hours are made up by Puyo Puyo Tetris, JSTris, and Tetris Effect Connected, all of which have a competitive game mode where you're fighting another player. So I feel like that counts, but otherwise I should be hitting 300 hours on Tetrio later this month. So I made myself a goal when I started playing Tetra League that I wanted to become S rank by the end of the year, which, judging from this cheat sheet created by the developer of Tetrio, OSK, is pretty far up there. S rank is around the top 23% of players, so that wouldn't be putting me in the pro category by Tetrio standards, but I would consider myself a fairly seasoned and experienced player if I did reach my goal. After doing 10 or so placement matches in Tetra League, I had my starting point, B- rank. I was 7 ranks away from my goal, which meant I had a long way to go. Cue the montage. god. Now, I should probably talk about the reasons why I've committed so hard to Tetra League. For one, it's genuinely exciting to see yourself improve over time in any game, and Tetrio is certainly no exception. It amazes me how much my perspective of skill has changed in Tetris, and any of my gameplay from more than a few months ago seems painfully slow to me now. Secondly, some of these competitive matches get crazy, like extremely hype. The only way I can describe it is like you're watching a One Punch Man fight scene or something. It's especially exciting to watch for those who understand all the mechanics of Tetris, but even low-level or inexperienced players can enjoy watching Tetris gameplay. It's the same reason why I've been watching tournaments on this game for years. It's thrilling to witness and even more thrilling to be involved in. Lastly, and this may just apply to my case, but it shows that you can meet a goal you set for yourself. I planned on getting S rank by the end of 2021 and I completely exceeded my goal. As of this video, I'm currently sitting in low to mid S plus rank, which is around the top 15% of players, and I've set myself an updated goal of reaching the top 10% by the end of the year. It could be debated, but I believe that in Tetrio, being in the top 10% of players is borderline professional level. Going back to just 2019, you can see the drastic improvement in my skill over many months. I'm sort of glad I made this one video on Tetris a couple years ago, since it works as a benchmark for how I was playing around that time. This is my first truly scripted video like this, so if you enjoyed it, please show your support by subscribing and turning notifications on. I know you hear it a lot from other YouTubers, but it really does encourage me to keep making content like this. And hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.